It was a moonless night. Clouds hung heavy in the sky, and the cold wind whispered through the trees like unseen voices warning of something. Ahmed, a 22-year-old college student, was working on his thesis about abandoned historical buildings. During his research, he came across an old tale about a manor that lay deep in the woods, about 40 miles from the city. Locals called it Whispering Manor, and they avoided it at all costs. Some said it was cursed. Others claimed to have heard cries from the inside, even though it had been abandoned for nearly 70 years. But what caught Ahmed's attention was the part that said, "No one who enters ever comes back the same." Intrigued, Ahmed packed his camera, notebook, and a flashlight. He didn't believe in ghosts. Every old house has stories, he told himself as he started his journey in the early morning. By late afternoon, he arrived at the edge of the forest that hid the manor. The trees were thick, their branches like crooked fingers reaching toward the sky. Ahmed walked carefully through the dense forest until he saw it, the manor. It stood, tall and dark, half covered in vines, its windows broken like empty eyes staring into his soul. As he stepped onto the creaky wooden porch, a chill ran down his spine. The door creaked open with a gentle push, revealing a dusty hallway. He called out, "Hello?" But only silence replied. Inside, time had frozen. Furniture was still in place, covered in white sheets, and portraits of long-dead people stared at him from the walls. One painting in particular drew his attention. A young girl with pale skin, black eyes, and a cold expression. Her nameplate read, Isabel, 1892. He took some pictures and scribbled notes. But just as he entered the dining room, the temperature dropped suddenly. His breath turned white. The flashlight flickered. From the corner of the room, he heard it. A whisper. Faint but real. "Help me." Ahmed spun around, heart pounding. No one was there. The air grew heavier. The whisper came again, this time from upstairs. Curiosity overpowered fear. He climbed the stairs slowly, each step groaning under his feet. At the end of the hallway was a door, slightly ajar. Behind it, he heard sobbing. Pushing it open, he found a nursery. Toys were scattered on the floor, a mobile still hanging from the ceiling, gently turning though there was no wind. Suddenly, he saw her, a little girl sitting in the corner, her back to him. Her dress was torn, and her hair hung like a curtain over her face. Ahmed's voice shook. "Are you okay?" The girl slowly turned her head. Her eyes were hollow, black pits, and a wide, unnatural smile stretched across her face. She whispered, "You came for me." The door slammed shut behind him. Ahmed's scream echoed through the halls of the manor, but outside, the forest remained still. He grabbed the doorknob, but it wouldn't budge. The girl stood up, her head tilted unnaturally to one side. "You shouldn't have come," she said, voice layered with many others, like a choir of the dead. Ahmed stumbled back, knocking over a dollhouse. He pressed his back to the wall, heart hammering in his chest. "Who are you?" She stepped closer, her feet not touching the floor. "They kept me here. I never left. Now you won't either." Just then a gust of wind blew through the room, extinguishing the flashlight. The darkness swallowed him. In that pitch black, he felt hands, cold, invisible hands, grabbing at him, pulling him down. He passed out. When Ahmed opened his eyes, it was morning. He was lying in the front yard of the manor, the sun shining weakly through the trees. His camera was broken and his notebook was missing. Shaken, he returned home. For days he couldn't sleep. Every time he closed his eyes, he saw her face, heard the whispers. "You came for me." Then things got worse. Scratches appeared on his bedroom walls, though his door stayed locked. The same portrait of the girl from the manor somehow appeared in his house, lying on his desk one morning. He burned it, but it returned the next day, unharmed. He tried to speak to his friends, but they thought he was losing his mind. Only one believed him, an old professor who had heard of the Whispering Manor. "It's not a place," the professor said. "It's a trap, a curse. You entered a story that never ends." Now, every night at exactly 3:12 a.m., Ahmed hears the same whisper in his ear. "You came for me." And every night, The door to his room creaks open, slowly, quietly, by itself. He keeps the lights on now, but he knows. One night she will step through,